Welcome, once again, plumbers of the astral depths, to Ludonauts. I am your host, the narrator, a cosmic being dwelling in a vast crystal pavilion at the heart of the multiverse. I have awakened and rinsed down 3 players from their pods, ready for another marvellous game. I will unshackle them from their weak human forms to partake in Hot Bear Summer for a game of Honeyheist by Grant Harrett of Rowan, Root and Leckard. My players are...
Hello, I'm Ewan. I think you missed a spot with the hosing down there. And I'm going to be playing Bingo the Bear, a getaway driver, who is also a bear.
Hello, I'm Craig, and I'll be playing Hercules the Bear. I'm a honey badger, and I'm the face of the operation, and I am retired.
I'm Michael, and I will be playing Bartholomew G. Risley, the brains of the operation, and a rookie grizzly bear.
Marvellous, just marvellous. To play Honey Heist, you have 2 stats, Bear and Criminal. To succeed at a check, you must roll equal to or below your appropriate stat. If you have a relevant skill, you add a die. If you are being helped, add another die. When you succeed at any check, you move a point from Bear to Criminal as the height progresses, and you begin to lose yourself in the criminal mastermind element of your plan. If, however, you fail a check, you move a point back from Criminal to Bear as your frustration mounts and your primal urges build. At any point, a player may move a point from Bear to Criminal to trigger a flashback in order to solve a problem or add an element into the story. This is a heist, after all. A bear may also move a point from Criminal to Bear by doing something very beary, such as eating a ridiculous amount of honey. If either stat hits 6, the character is removed from the game. The bear stat hitting 6 results in you giving in to your animal instincts and being restrained by animal control. And if a criminal stat hits 6, you lose yourself in the heist completely, betray your team, and abscond with any and all winnings. You have a human detectability score determined by the outfit you have on, and at random times I will be checking against this to see if your disguise is faltered in any way. And now, take your minds out to the vast plains of the United States. We see a dust cloud in the horizon, slowly starting to fall, as a giant convoy comes to a halt for another night. The travelling Honeycon 2017, the greatest event of its time, has come to one of its many stops on the road. But approaching it are 3 devious ursine criminals. Well, 2 devious ursine criminals in a mustelid, wearing a pair of tartan Y-fronts. And they've got a plan. They're going to make off with not just as much honey as they can keep in their grubby little paws, but the special ultra-dense mega honey from the fanciest bees from across the land.
Picture the scene, an open highway. The sun is just setting, the sky is beginning to bruise, when in the distance we see the single light from the headlight of a rusty clapped out Mini, driving as if it's bearing a great weight.
As if it's bearing a great weight.
That was not intentional. At the wheel, with a grim determined look, we see Bingo, the black bear. He's run out of cigarettes, he's not in a good mood, but he's finally caught up with his intended target, Honeycon 2017. Sitting in the passenger seat is the brains of the outfit.
Crammed into the side seat with like half of him poking out the window, because he is a grizzly bear, Bartholomew G. Risley. And I still want to have like boot polish on like my face to like blend into the darkness more, even though we're not in the bushes, but that was my plan.
So a truly microcosmal amount of boot polish for the amount of grizzly bear on
Absolutely. So, here's where the convoy passes through. We can't necessarily get it all in one go, but if we can get you in the driver's seat of one of those trucks and get everybody else away from that truck, we can get as much of their inventory into there as we can manage and then be away before the next patrol comes round.
So what you're saying is we're needing some sort of a distraction.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm too old to be a distraction. I keep telling you.
Where are you?
I'm draped across the back seat.
Okay.
You know, since you're so small, it maybe would have been more sense to put you in the front, but you know.
I need space for my... There's swords. I've got varicose veins.
As this battered old Mini, of a colour I assume you're going to choose in a moment, pulls up, you can see lights flicker on along the convoy. They've started to set up shop. They're pulling out those You know how camper vans sometimes have those canopies that come out the side?
Yeah.
They're doing that. Trestle tables are coming up. You see them not quite forming a circle, they're not blocking off the highway, but they're definitely setting up like a carnival, almost. It's Honeycon. People are already starting to show. A biker gang zips past you. Bikers are big on honey, this you know. You know well. And in the setting light, you can see one well-maintained, shining silver van in the middle of this huddle of rusted tankers. And you know that contains the prize that you seek.
That's the sponsored. What's the name of the Super Honey?
That's just Ultra Dense.
Ultra Dense. That's sponsorship from the Ultra Dense Corporation.
The Ultra Dense Super Honey Corporation. Yeah.
Jason Statham's very own Super Honey bees.
He actually produces it.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's harrowing to watch him do, really.
He's got a row of little teats.
Bee teats.
No. Weave your web. The audience are with you in this world.
I heard a Statham guy. I heard it's not even bees. It comes from him. That's the secret of his power.
Yeah.
And his lengthy acting career.
He's actually been hollowed out and replaced by just a massive, subcutaneous, hive of bees.
That's what stopped him being a diver back in the day. You could see the teats. People rumbled him and he was like, well, I'm going to have to move into acting.
Wait a minute. I saw him in The Meg too. He had only the normal number of teats in that.
Well, replaced with CGI, modern
CGI.
computer
The Meg
animation.
2 has not come out and will not come out for another 3 or 4 years.
Is it
The
Meg?
Meg.
Right. Have we clarified it's 2017?
It is definitely 2017.
Would our bears have seen the first Meg film?
You might have.
Was Jason Statham in that?
Yeah, he was definitely in that.
Okay, I think.
Also, he will have been. He has been shirtless in other films.
I can only picture him in a little jacket.
Okay.
In fact, I think he's shirtless in every single film he's ever been in.
Is he shirtless in The Transporter?
Yes, because there's a fight scene where he's oiled up fighting another man.
Or
also
Jet
oiled up.
Li's The One?
I think he's oiled up in that.
I'm just trying to think of Jason Statham films. Expendables?
Now you see what you see, guys. Not oil, honey.
That's what makes him so hard to fight.
He lacquers himself.
Now, here's the thing, boys. Are we going to have to fight Jason for the honey?
I mean, it's looking more and more likely as we go.
I'm starting to think maybe that's how this is going to play out, you know?
When you pulled me out of my cabin in the woods and told me there was one more job, you didn't mention anything about wrestling Jason the Statham.
Well,
You got to listen. I'll put it this way, guys. What are we? We have three bears. Or two bears and whatever the hell you are, man. I
I'm a
don't know.
beautiful bear.
You're,
I'm a honey bearger.
okay, yeah, good.
he's only one guy. He's only one beefy, oily, honey-drizzled guy. I mean, how hard can it be?
He's full of bees.
He's full of bees, and also, if we do end up in a combat situation with him, his hairlessness and in combination with his oiled upness will make him very difficult to bear hug.
Yes, very
You know
slippery.
But
Best avoided.
Guys, what if he's sticky though, and we're hairy? That's also not a good combination.
I, as the brains of the operation, should probably lay out the plan that we definitely have.
Yes.
Yeah.
And definitely...
You can flash back to the plan session. For the love of God. The convoy has now formed its carnival-esque situation, which means that if you want to get there, you're going to have to park your car.
Okay.
And you're going to have to get inside the convention. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to get inside that van if you want the ultra-dense mega honey. And you're going to have to navigate the 2 security features that all 3 of you know are there.
Yes, and I was definitely listening when you told me what they were.
Yeah, it's
Lasers.
a gas, isn't it? And the lasers.
Laser gas.
Laser gas.
They've got that now.
That's it, yes.
Yeah.
Those are 2 individual things and not laser gas. And believe you me, if I had my way, I would have shock collars fitted to every one of the Ludonauts, and I would be pushing those buttons.
Okay, can we do a flashback?
Yes.
Let's flash back to it's the interior of an American diner, classic Americana. The camera pans over to a table where like we've all got like entire those coffee pots that go in the burner. We've all got like a whole one of those each, and we're like elbows on the table, like hunkering down, looking over some plans that I've got. And it's like, so this is
Bingo's eating a big slice of cherry pie, and he's got like lots of cherry juice stuck to his fur.
It's very endearing.
I'd like to be smoking a different cigarette between each claw, just going down the line.
Where Bingo's smoking as well.
It's very smoke. Our ties unfurled.
I'm not surprised that Bingo's out of cigarettes if Hercules is just going through them at a rate of knots.
Bartholomew doesn't smoke because he's a rookie and therefore too young for this hard grizzled life. So, this is the plan. This is how they set up. This is what it's been like. I've done plenty of research on how they've laid out the convoy on previous years. The camera tilts around to show that it's just like the little map of the convention that they hand out to children that he's gotten from a previous time he was there.
How are we going to get past this laser gas?
Well, what I'm thinking is we could use the gas to get past the lasers.
Okay. Oh, because you'd see the lasers.
You'd see the lasers if they trigger the gas. So if we can just, bear with the gas, then we only have to deal with one problem.
Okay.
The question is, how do we trigger the gas before we trigger the lasers?
So Bingo looks down at the map. So boss, where is the gas then?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm thinking
It's not on the map, is it?
it's not on the map. No,
Because I can't read.
it might be. It might.
I could spill some of the coffee on the map, right? And that could indicate where the gas could be.
Sure.
I want to put like the salt and the pepper to indicate bits where we start off from and where we move in. Like Hercules, you're the mustard here.
Okay. I like that.
I'm going to be the pepper.
If I were to use my deductive reasoning, I would say that this area here is most likely to contain the gas. And I'll tap my claw all the way through the map and table over the section that has the toilet sign. Because there's always a strong smell of gas in this general area.
Could we do like a flashback within the flashback?
I want to caution you that every time you do a flashback, you are moving a point from bear to criminal.
Okay, we should put that.
So it's the person who triggers it.
Okay.
So I'm currently criminal 4, you would become criminal 4.
Yes.
I've become criminal 4. I have forgotten why I wanted to do a flashback.
I went down the limb and I thought, if I don't interrupt this, he's going to have to roll a new character because he'll bit himself to death.
Oh, no, come back to me. I had a thought there, but it's escaped me.
What we could do, if we need to find out what it is, we could get one of the staff of the area and then shake them down for information by physically shaking them down.
Okay. Like a bear shake.
Now, something we need to look out for. I know vehicles. I'm a driving bear.
You're specialised.
That's my specialisation. What we need is the little bit of metal that you put in. There's a little hole, and that's what starts off the car.
Yeah.
So we should probably try and find out who's got that for the honey van.
Yeah, because we'll need that to move it. That's
We
good
don't
thinking.
necessarily have to eat them.
But it would be fun too.
No, but it would be fun, exactly. You're one step ahead of me here.
Well, I'm venerable.
The key to the whole plan is that little bit of metal. No, he doesn't know what a key is.
No, I know.
No, but that's what makes it funnier. The key is the key is
That little bit of metal is the key.
Yeah.
Cool, good. So, how are we going to attract... So we need information. How are we going to get one of the people that knows the information away from the other people so that we can then bear pile on him?
I could use... This isn't my first rodeo. I've been to many
rodeos.
Many rodeos.
Many heists.
Many heists, many honeycons before.
I've been to the rodeo where the great rodeo bear massacre of 87 happens.
Oh god, yeah.
And also the one...
We got a bad press after that.
Don't talk to me about that massacre. I could use
That was your first rodeo.
You instantly...
The mistakes you make at your first rodeo will haunt you for
Exactly,
years to
but
come.
this isn't my first rodeo, so you don't have to worry. My plan is simple. I use my beautiful blonde wig to seduce one of these humans.
Like in that Star Trek movie where Uhuru dances on the dunes.
The fan dance.
The guards get distracted.
Exactly like Uhura's fan dance, and we know that because it came out in like
It's an 80s.
It's an 80s
one.
film.
As bears, we've seen that film.
And
We've seen that film and a few Jason Statham films
We're very-
that haven't come out yet. However, we cannot read.
We can speculate on the content of future Jason Statham films.
The
But
studio-
anyway, guys, this isn't getting us some honey. So,
So the plan, I'll seduce one of these
I
humans.
think we.
Being the face of the
I
team.
think we scope out the scene. We do a drive-by. Not a drive-by, but we drive by.
We could
Scope
hit
out
one
the
of them
scene.
with the car.
Potentially, but I'm a professional.
Yeah, but you could
I wouldn't do it accidentally.
No, I know.
as the brains of the operation, I'm struggling to see how that would aid us.
Well, they might have a key.
But we need to then get out the car and then go back and
We
look
could just
to
sort
see
of
if they
like...
had a key.
Yeah.
I think we scope out the scene. We perhaps single out an individual who would
A
be
weak and vulnerable individual.
yes,
Yeah.
who would be susceptible to a spot of honey badger seduction.
A honey trap.
And then I can...
Exactly.
So then the flashback scene ends, the camera rotating around us in like that, what's that shot I'm thinking of? One from...
Like a Michael Bay film.
Yeah, like shit just got
imagine-
real. But in so doing, it shows like the window of the diner that we're in, which has got 3 large bear-shaped holes burst through it, and like
Which is impressive because one of you isn't a bear.
True.
2 bear-shaped holes and one smaller mustelid-shaped hole.
And
You're like a sort of weasel, aren't you? Really, a big weasel.
It's a badger. It's just a badger.
How dare you?
waitresses and truckers like desperately fleeing the
I've
scene.
freed already, yeah. So the flashback scene ends with Bingo just cramming as much cherry pie as he can into the back of the Mini.
It's leaking out.
There's a little purple trail.
It's sticky.
It's okay with you guys. The flashback ends when you see the Mini roaring off down the highway.
Then it roars back into frame.
Back into frame. It's a few hours later. The sun is going down.
I think it'd be funnier if it's like literally 10 minutes earlier. Like we just planned.
Yeah.
The conversation has just ended and immediately you sit and he zooms in the clock and it goes forward like 2 minutes and then it zooms back out again. It's like, right, we're now in the present day.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bingo starts up the car. What were we going to do again?
I'm seducing a man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, get out of the car then.
You're coming up to, so the way the convoy has formulated is there's a row of large American-style trucks, and then off the side of the road they're pulled into a big circle, and they've set up Honeycon as a kind of carnival situation. You can actually see, while you're driving by, that they've set up several rides. There's a big wheel.
I could, so you could drive by at speed, right? And I could roll out of the car.
To what benefit?
Why? Just because it's cool.
No, because like I could ingratiate myself to the humans by doing a roll and then being old, and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm old," and they'll come over and be like, "Oh, what happened here?" And I'll say, "They kidnapped me. That was a kidnapping," and then they'll take me in as one of their own because they'll be like, "They're there."
Remember that we don't want them to take you in. We want you to take one of them in.
Wait, have we driven past now? We've had
You've driven past it.
Okay, so we stop maybe.
We've seen that there are some rides.
There's
half
some
a
rides.
mile.
There's like a makeshift ticket office set up. There's a crowd forming. People are going in. You can hear the honey music playing.
Maybe we pull up about maybe half a mile down the road, and I say, guys, you know, I really want to go on that big wheel. Either before, during, or after the heist, can we have a shot on the big wheel?
I like the idea because like we could go on the wheel.
It's an appealing image.
Yeah, we could go on the wheel, and then they'll think those are just 3 lads on the wheel.
We should do the wheel first.
Yeah.
I really like the
okay.
idea. It's like you all just get sidetracked by the amusements and just have a lovely time. And at no point do you steal anything.
Yeah.
Did we see those things where you shoot the ducks and you maybe win a big furry prize?
You put the
You
pennies
now
in.
you might not have seen that, but they're almost definitely there. But it's bees. Obviously, it's big
It's
cardboard.
big cardboard bees.
And there's also the teacups ride. It's like that, but they're big jars of honey.
Big
We
jar.
Oh,
have
that's
the
nice.
machine, the tipping point machines where you put in like a penny and then like tips the coins.
Yes, but it's dimes because we're in the US.
Yeah,
Or
always.
quarters, whichever their big coin is.
You know what we could do? We could disguise Hercules as a prize. Because he's so much smaller than us. We could carry him
Okay.
between us like one of us has won him
Yeah.
in a competition.
And then we could disguise ourselves as...
You're already disguised.
You're already disguised.
You've got human
Yeah.
clothes on.
Sure.
I've got this fetching grey bell-bottom flares and my powder blue and frilly crop top
And your pink cowboy hat.
and my pink cowboy hat. So I should blend in.
You actually probably look... Now I realise it's the US, you probably look like a Dolly Parton fan.
And in fairness, I am wearing my beige t-shirt and blue denim cargo pants.
We pretty much, we are a typical American couple.
Yeah.
I think we actually
Just exactly.
fairly consistently dress for, like, I don't know, is this the Midwest or the Deep South? Or
It's wherever they've got Honeycon. It's flexible, it's movable. It's wherever the listener won't get offended by it being located.
So let's go and do the big wheel then.
Unfortunately, can't pass as your child because I'm old.
No, but we've won you in a competition. You're a soft toy.
Okay.
I
don't like that.
I guess I'll pick
I'm
up
not diminutive.
Hercules the honey badger.
Oh, you're a lot smaller than us.
I'm not.
Hold him in my grizzly bear arms.
It reminds I'm quite a large badger bear.
I don't really know how big a honey badger is,
they're
but
quite
I
small.
think they're a lot smaller than a grizzly bear.
For
They're
the...
like badger size.
For the listeners
I'm
at
aware
home,
of that, but like
the narrator is
Hercules
holding his hands apart, exactly the size of a honey badger,
And you can tell how big that is, listeners at home, by just imagining how big a honey badger is.
and then putting
imagining-
the narrator's hands on either side.
Or
And
just
then
put
that
your-
will then demonstrate how large a honey badger is to you.
If you're familiar with just a badger, imagine that.
But honeyed.
but sort of honey colour, yes.
I'm going to get out of the car, and I'm going to stealthily mind...
I'm going to carefully lock the car behind me, despite all the windows being completely pumped.
I'm going to walk towards the attractions,
I'm gonna-
keeping to the shadows,
I'll-
and trying to look inconspicuous.
No, wait. I think we should hide in plain sight.
Okay.
I think if we skulk, that's going to be the first thing they'll notice. They'll say, "Why is that ordinary nuclear family skulking over there?" I think we should link paws. One of us can carry Hercules,
Right.
I don't like
and
this.
just walk right in as if nothing is amiss whatsoever.
Okay.
I think just brazen it out.
Sure. I mean, you're more experienced in this criminal game than I am.
I'm
Are
the
you-
most experienced in an object. I'm the face. I can't do any of the talking.
This is you being the face because it's a form of disguise, isn't it?
I'll go along with it because I'm tired.
Hey, also, because you're so old, you'll appreciate being carried.
I do. I do.
Let's go towards the lights. The lights of civilization.
Let's go towards the...
I don't want to be going towards any light at my age.
I approach on two legs as brazenly as
We
possible.
maybe link big furry arms. 'Cause I'm a little bit smaller, so I would probably pass as the wife in this situation, I think.
Because this is not the UK, it's less of a queue and more of a sort of a throng. They've got a container on its side, and you can see that it's like a turnstile situation. There's someone there ready to take money for tickets.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. Right.
Did anyone bring money?
Did we bring what?
What?
Right. You
Your
are not
bears.
as experienced in these matters as I am, seeing as I've retired from the field of criminal bearing.
As you're retired, do you have an old age pension?
A what?
I was hoping that would solve the problem for us. Okay.
I really want to live in a world where that's like, oh yeah, when animals hit a certain age,
Criminal animals retire.
do things that don't get pensions, cancels out to give you a pension. You could have just said yes, and that would have resolved this narrative problem immediately.
I know, but now we can busk.
You can busk.
We can busk. I've seen it done. But we can do a flashback.
Okay, whoever's triggered the flashback, move 1 point from bear to criminal.
I'll become a criminal.
So this was why you had us do that busking thing.
Yes.
There you go.
An all-American high street of a small town.
Yes.
3 bears are standing. One of them has a battered acoustic guitar that
Yeah.
he's found from somewhere.
Mhm.
So,
I'm trying to think where I got a guitar, and I can't think
I think
anything
you
other
should-
than terrible reasons.
I think
Are you doing
You
some
just
busking?
have a guitar. You've obtained
we pulled it out of a bin. It was in a bin that we were raking through,
Mm-hmm.
which is something that bears do.
We do, right?
Yeah.
We were raking through a skip at the back of somewhere, and we found
Mm.
a battered old acoustic guitar.
So I'm strumming away, just like bear noising out Wonderwall.
Mhm.
I think we should do Elvis since we're in the States.
I
we should do some
suppose,
Elvis
yeah.
tunes.
Is there a funny bear-related Elvis song?
You ain't nothing but a bear.
Yeah, and like people are like, oh, that's good Elvis work.
No! There's a song called Teddy Bear. So I'm not
If
going
I will give you a free reroll later on if I can hear your rendition of an Elvis song as a bear.
That's fine, because I'm editing this.
You could edit him, and he still hasn't paid. He hasn't given me the point.
The gag I was going to do was, once you say it was a battered old guitar, I was going to say that I'd battered it with my bear claw, so that it was just like I was trying to strum it and I smashed it.
It was a brand new guitar. Someone could have started their musical career. They could have found that guitar and they could have played their heart out and become America's sweetheart. But two bears and a honey badger came along and have just.
So who's playing the guitar then?
I'll play the guitar.
Okay, so Hercules is playing the guitar. Bingo has 2 trash can lids that he's just smashing together to create a sort of percussive accompaniment to this.
Bartholomew is just sort of, he's got the hat in hand, the big cowboy hat that you have, and is just like mooching over towards passers-by and you're like, please, sir. And none of them want to approach. It's quite strange.
I could seduce one of them.
Eventually one of them throws like their whole wallet at my face and it bounces off and into the hat. There you go.
Okay.
People running away leave their wallets behind in a desperate bid to get away from the 2 very large and known to be dangerous bears.
One of whom is like obviously bear because they're not in disguise anymore. They're not wearing their cowboy hats.
That's true.
You can see their full bare head.
Bingo's just lost in a sort of rhythmic frenzy at this point. He's just smashing those lids together. He's lost in the moment. He's in almost he's in a trance.
And I'll just be reminiscing about the good old day. Elvis, music was better back in the day. None of these bleeps and bloops you young bears listen to.
So you have obtained money in this flashback.
Yeah.
The screen is wobbling. We're back in reality.
This stuff will get us in, yeah?
It will. They love this stuff. It's all about this stuff for them. These little jangly coins and bits of paper.
Excellent.
Well, let's approach the front desk. I
We'll
guess.
sort of join you. We'll not be too pushy, but we'll sort of be assertive. Sort of.
Okay, sure. I narrate exquisitely like several minutes of being in a queue.
Yeah.
You're at the front of the queue now. Well, howdy. Welcome to Honeycon.
I'll wave my big bear hand at this person and show off my massive bear fangs in an approximation of a smile. And I'll say, hey.
I'll slam down an amount of money.
Roll me a d6. If it's 6, it's too much, and if it's a 1, it's too little. It's significantly more money than any of these tickets are worth.
That's good, because they can just give us change.
It can be a
rather than
tip.
go in.
It can be a tip.
Why, thank you, sir. Would that be a little child ticket for that beautiful little baby you've got with you? Of course, sir. Have a patriotic evening. She attaches one of those those like paper loops you get to festivals. She tries to get one on each wrist, but it is like 4 done together for each of you.
Okay, that went surprisingly well.
We're in.
So we're going on the Ferris wheel, I guess.
Right?
So now you're through. It's a huge circle. In the center of this circle is the steel van, obviously, but in the back is this giant Ferris wheel. To one side you have the teacup ride. All around are stalls. They've set up like those huge outdoor gazebos. There inside we have tasting stalls. You've got a honey bar. You've got the honey spa. You've got the honey spa, which is like a little shop where you can buy goods and sundries, and many other.
Only British people will get that joke.
Yeah.
Well, like our audience is like 12 people, and we know 11 of them.
Yes.
Do any of them sell mead or?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because it's Honeycon or anything and everything that could possibly be honey related is here. There's an appalling selection of bumper stickers, like I went mad for honey at Honeycon 2017.
Just I heart Honeycon.
I heart Honeycon, but the heart is like a little jar of honey,
Oh yeah, that's pretty good actually.
and obviously again the Ferris wheel's in the back.
I think we should do just because we've infiltrated the humans successfully.
They fully
at this point.
evolved.
They have no idea. They
Yeah.
have no idea at this
We're
point.
inside this gated.
We're at the heart. I think we should do maybe just a circuit, keeping a sort of eye on the van, scoping out any potential lasers, gas
Good
that we
idea.
might see.
I would like to remind you as well that in order to regain bear, to lose criminality, you do have to ingest honey or do another suitably bearish activity.
Okay.
So obtaining honey might also be a good place to start.
But I think we're not going to be short of honey here.
Yeah, this seems to be the honey
Seems to
gold
be
mine.
the spot.
You've got to eat it.
Yeah.
I think we're all okay just now.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're 2 away.
Well, you guys have had flashbacks, so you might want some honey.
Well, I was thinking I could just go up to...
You guys want to get some honey, balance yourselves out.
Because also, if you obtain some honey, you can just have it on you. Inventory.
I was thinking that I could go, poop up against a porta potty type thing. Because that's quite bear-like, right?
Well, this is the thing. We could split up and look for clues.
We could split up and look for clues.
If you want to split up and look for clues, be my guest.
Okay, I'll find the nearest toilet and then poop up against it.
How many episodes of Ludonauts are going to involve Craig taking a shit in public? Because, if he does it a third time, it's a thing, and the audience will expect it.
This time it's kind of understandable because he is a bear, a wild animal.
Yeah.
He's a honey badger.
Yeah.
But last time was more bewildering, I will say.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hercules is off to do some call of nature. What are Bartholomew and Bingo off to do?
I am going to wander around, still being on 2 legs, trying to walk like human, very badly. And I'm going to look to see if I can spot any humans that look like they're important and know where things are.
Okay.
Possibly the ones wearing hats. I'm very suspicious of those ones.
Okay, and Bingo?
Bingo's going to walk casually around, just like any honey fan that's here, but he's going to do basically a circuit off the big silver honey van in the middle to see if he can scope out anything that's going on with it, anything unusual, anything that might be a problem further down the line, see if there's any security guards, that sort of thing.
Casing the joint?
Casing the joint, but casually. All casual-like.
All casual-like, right. So, we'll lead with Hercules.
Yes.
Hercules, you find a selection of, obviously, it's just your bog standard, no pun intended,
Your
porta
bog
potties.
standard bog.
Yeah, your bog standard bogs. It's the regular porta potties. 2 of them are in use, 2 of them are not in use.
Okay. I'd like to jangle at the one that's in use. I'd like to claw at it with my honey claws.
Occupado!
I don't understand that, so I continue to claw at it.
Sir, I'm in here. I'm using the bathroom. I'm using the facilities.
Yeah, I'll keep clawing until I'm just jamming them in to the mechanism, just really getting in there.
Is there an end you're trying to reach with this action?
I'm trying to get into this one. Let's poop.
Can you try another one, maybe? Or
Okay, I'll go round the back of this one and then I'll just poop up the back of it.
Okay.
All that cherry pie and coffee.
Yeah.
surely that counts to move him towards bear.
I will let you do this to move 1 point from criminal to bear, and look at me, exactly this once. I will not allow this to happen more than once.
Thank you.
You
You're
hit-
very honourable.
No, 1 shit per party per game. You don't all get to crap away your criminal records.
I'm a bear.
When you do this, you hear someone go, "Excuse me, sir, sir, you can't be doing that here, sir." And a portly security guard comes sort of lightly jogging, "Sir, you can't do that here, sir."
I would like to maul him to death, but
Your special skill is carnage.
carnage.
I don't think we're at the mauling stage yet.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
you're
the
maybe a
thing.
bit quick on the trigger there.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
To be fair, he is a honey badger.
I know, but he's very maul happy.
Very mole happy. I'm trying to think what old people, because I'm the face. And I'm trying. I could try to
Remember,
charisma.
you've got a blonde wig.
I've got a blonde wig.
You could pass for a small redneck child.
I'm in my pants.
This is metagaming because we did just say that we split up, so there's no
So
reason
we
why we
can't
would be able to talk to him. However, it does occur to me, you could intentionally get arrested by the mall cop security guard to see where the security is and where they'll take you.
Oh, okay.
And then use being a bear to break out.
That's pretty good. I was going to just pretend to have a heart attack, but
An explosive diarrhea is not an option.
I know, right?
That's off.
Actually,
off
tell you
the
what,
table.
I will let you relay that information if you do that as a flashback.
Okay.
If you have a flashback to you
Okay.
arranging that with Hercules,
flashback to
where it's you can just say, "Get arrested by more security." You do not have to disclose the other details that Hercules has brought. The improviser, it's like jazz. It's like jazz.
Okay, so
we do a flashback. The screen starts to go, the heart starts to play. The flashback then goes back to reveal that this happened literal moments ago. Before
As we were in the queue,
Okay.
as we were waiting to get in,
as I understand.
before Hercules left to go to the toilet, and I was saying to him, just so you know, don't go and poop outside of the toilet. If you do, the security guards will come over and bother you. Actually, that's maybe a good idea, because if you get arrested by the security guards, they'll take you to where the security is.
Okay,
and then
so-
you'll know where the security is.
Kid, your plan is for me to go poop up the back of a
Yes,
portal.
and now all of your actions retroactively make some sense.
I think seduction is probably off the table now, although we can't rule it out completely at this point.
Don't worry, I'll seduce my way out.
It's your answer to everything, isn't it?
End of flashback.
The convention security guy grabs you by the shoulder and is like, "Sir, or ma'am, you can't be doing that here."
I'll just use my claws to flick my beautiful blonde wig and wink at him.
There's a look of... Well, actually, no. Roll on this. Roll, and you're using your face abilities. Roll 2 dice, and you want to get... What's your criminal stat?
3.
Roll 2d6 and try to get one of them 3 or under.
Okay. Yeah, I got 2.
Excellent. And now move 1 point from bear to criminal because you succeed in a check.
Ah.
The guy goes, "Oh, well, yeah. I'm terribly sorry, ma'am. Are you some kind of special guest, some kind of model? I understand. Maybe our facilities are not particularly up to your delectable tastes. You also seem to have left your clothes somewhere. You're only in your tartan underwear, and
I'll sort of paw at my tartan Y-front suggestively.
I want you to do a different
This
action.
was never the plan.
No.
I was trying to get arrested.
I want you to do something else that Ewan isn't going to have to edit out.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to get arrested, so should I just like go for him?
Maybe,
No, that's probably too much.
maybe just like demand to see the manager.
But I can't though. I can't.
If you want to just say your action influences him to do that, you've rolled on it.
Okay.
So it's like, oh well, if you like, I can take you back to the staff area. We can get you cleaned up. We can get you.
I'll make a drinkies like.
You're so right. The desert heat. It's the electrolytes. It's the electro. We've all been there. And I'll get a member of sanitation over to. That is wow. You've got that's distance. That's pressure.
I'll gesture to my heart and I'll do a. Oh.
Don't you worry, ma'am. We've got. Why did I choose America? With my 3 accents. I'm sorry. And you are escorted to the staff zone. We move to Bartholomew.
Okay.
Bartholomew. What's your honey stat on?
My honey stat.
Or your criminal bears on?
I'm bear 1. No. Yes.
Bear 1?
I'm bear 2. How does that work? I'm criminal 5.
Criminal 5, then you will be bear 1.
Yeah.
Because you will have. It's that second flashback.
You did 2 flashbacks.
I had 2 flashbacks. I need to get my hands on some honey now.
So there's a big marquee full of people selling honey, obviously. And this is all this is the Patriots tent, right? So this is only honey for the brave. Do you want to go in?
Yeah, I'm getting quite peckish now, so...
Are you brave?
Well, I'm a cowardly criminal, so no. But I can pretend.
Okay.
He is also a grizzly bear.
Yeah. I will stoop my... How tall are grizzly bears? Let's say about 7.5 feet tall
yeah.
frame.
It's comically sized.
Down underneath the little partition bit. And I'll hang out in the corner, glancing in directions very quickly. And I'll try and I see the people staffing this honey booth, and give my showing all of your teeth smile to them again, and I'll try and walk in front of a display of some of the honey, and with my hand behind my claw behind my back, I'll try and pick it up.
See
That's more
that's going to be
You're literally stealing.
That's a criminal action.
Well, how am I supposed to get the honey if I suppose I could just eat the honey?
You could bear out because that would take you.
Have we got money still?
I could try and I don't know. I think you gave all the money to them.
I slammed down a sum of money.
Yeah, I mean, since obviously we're quite early into the thing, there are samplers.
Yeah.
And being a bear, you're going to need quite a pour full of samplers. You're going to need to hit up every single one of these to get a bucket. It's like a shot glass size, like the little paper cups you get from McDonald's, each one with a tiny dollop of honey.
Right. Or I could just, like, when somebody wanders by with, like, a big jar of honey, I could just be like...
Just shove your nose into it.
Yeah. And just
which one of those two actions do you want to take?
I think I'll go for the latter, because that's the most definitely a bear thing to do.
Someone's got... Obviously, it's quite round full. Someone has... You can only, it's like a KFC bucket, and it's just honey. And he's just shoving his entire hand in that. It's not even licking it clean. It's the hand just goes into the mouth and comes out perfectly clean.
Okay, here's what I do. I wander over to that guy. I just stand next to him so that I'm like 2.5 feet taller than him, and use my intrinsic terrifying presence of being a grizzly bear to have him back off, and I'm just going to take that. Can I roll for terrifying? Also, like if I roll and succeed, do I just become a full criminal?
So what I'm willing to just let you shove your nose into it.
Okay.
However, this will increase the awareness people have of you in particular, because now you're causing a fuss.
This is true.
I wasn't causing a fuss.
I was trying not to cause a fuss, but then it turns out I was just going to, like...
You were going
to run away.
Yeah. You're going to turn into a master criminal otherwise.
Run off with all of the winnings that we've got, which is none.
So you just...
I'll just grab some honey from somewhere without doing anything clever at all and just eat some honey.
I mean, you can eat that guy's honey, I don't mind.
I'll do it.
Hey, what you doing? As this bucket, the nose just goes in the bucket of honey. And it makes like a slop sound.
Like, you see the level of the honey around my head just, like, go downwards into the bucket. And then my face comes out, and the, like, boot polish, like, eye makeup that I had on has been rubbed off and is now replaced with just honey.
In the exact same position.
Turns out boot polish is honey soluble.
That's canon. Please feel free to move a point from
Thank you.
criminal to a bear. And we'll just quickly move on to Bingo.
Okay, Bingo doing his best to blend in. He's, just circulating and he's going round. He did run out of cigarettes earlier on, but he's found a couple of butts on the ground that he's just stuck in his mouth.
Are you walking around that metal van?
Yeah, but I'm trying to be inconspicuous. I'm not getting like super close to it.
You see a small child, free from the parents' control. The parents have they've got a bucket of that honey each, and the child runs towards the van and then is stopped by a security guard going, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! That was close." And you see all around the van, in a sort of almost like picket fence formation, shimmering in the evening light, are ruby red lasers encircling the van.
Bingo's understanding is that they've somehow got fire in fence form.
I like that Bingo is like, they've got fire, but also can conceptualise what a fence is.
We've all seen that
We're all familiar with fences.
It's a bear, it's second nature to a bear, is fencing.
What I'm taking from this is that we have all discussed that we know they have lasers, and it turns out none of us knows what a laser actually is.
Oh yeah, lasers, yeah.
What we need to establish is whether the lasers, so are they lasers? Like are we going to, like, if we were to, say, rampage into them, would they just slice us to bits? Or are they triggers for the gas?
We could, I suppose I can't talk about it, we could...
I think we should probably reconvene.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
I mean, obviously...
Well, you're security.
Yeah, so I'm in security with the guy.
Yeah, Hercules being escorted off, you will probably be able to locate...
Obviously, being like several heads taller than everyone else I see, and I make my way discreetly through the crowd towards Bartholomew.
And I'm arguing with the guy whose honey I've just stolen, and I'm just like, and I'll just like take another one off of the shelf, and I'll just like hand it to him as like trying to apologise, and then like the shopkeeper's like, well, you've got to pay for that one too. And I'm like, oh.
And take another one from a different store. It's a whole hullabaloo.
Yeah.
Someone is threatening to see you in court because this is America.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if bears can be sued.
Well, I think I do. I think I do know if bears can be sued. And they can't. So, there you go.
I'm just going to leave it there. It's like now I know who's in possession of that knowledge.
I'll see you in court. And Bartholomew was just like, well, no, he won't, actually.
It's like I could have won this debate.
Okay. I'll sort of sidle up to Bartholomew. Yep, they've got a fire fence.
A fire fence?
Fire fence, yep.
Really? And like the
people nearby just hear us go,
the people who are threatening to sue me, I'm just like, 1 second please, and I hold up like a massive claw. I'm like, where's the fire fence then?
around the silver honey truck.
Okay. I'm just going to run away from these people 1 second, and I'm just going to like take off into the nearby woods.
Bingo points a claw at something behind the angry humans to distract them, and then sort of
I want you to roll on that. Do you have any skills that would... Do you have any skills in your description? Is it your bear type?
You are a black bear. So
You're slick?
Slick.
I'll let you roll 2. and you want to get equal to under your criminal. Yep.
So the criminal go up?
Criminal goes up by 1, the bear goes down by 1, and the guy turns around and goes, "What you pointing at?" By which time you're gone, you're vanished.
Okay.
Off into the crowd.
This huge wake by these two colossal bears closing up behind you, incredibly slowly, but he can't,
Clean getaway. Nobody
Clean.
saw a thing.
absolutely clean. The camera now zips back to Hercules, who is in the staff office.
I'm in the staff office.
So what it is, it's one of those container things like you get on building sites. They've got like a control panel. There's buttons. You can't read them because you're a bear. They've got a little table. The security guard has pulled you in. He's bringing you like bottled water and like trail mix and like snacks.
Is it just me and him in there?
It's just you and him in there for the moment.
Okay.
This is going to go on for years.
And listeners, I want you to know that I am not legally responsible for what you may hear next.
Oh, I'm not going to be too grotesque.
I'm not going to be too grotesque.
Out of character then.
We leave from having shut up the side of a porta potty. I'm not going to be grotesque about it. Come on, lads.
I'm going to open. I'm going to use Carnage ability. So it's just me and him. The door's closed.
Door's closed.
I'm going to open with like a slash across his neck to like.
You don't have to roll damage for this. There's no damage.
No,
you are a honey badger.
Yeah, I'm just doing it. For.
Yeah. To use a skill.
To use a skill, but I'm going to specifically slash across his neck and his vocal cords first, so like he can't like scream out.
Oh.
That's not your first rodeo.
Being a bear, you are naturally a master of anatomy.
Yeah.
And know the precise area that you need to strike for this.
I would say, right.
It's a throat, not a spleen.
I mean, going for the throat is a bear thing.
It's a bear thing, and bears can understand how vocalizations work, right? They're creatures that make vocalization. He's not like doing cataract surgery. However, I will want you to roll for this because this is a thing, and that is so. I want you to roll 2 dice, and you have to get equal to under your bear skill.
Under my bear skill.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if you succeed in this, it still moves up 1 on criminal.
Okay. Well, I probably won't succeed. But this is I'm doing a bear thing.
Yeah, you're doing a bear thing.
But it's going to plan.
It's going to
Oh,
plan.
I see. I did get equal on bear.
Oh, then his scream is silent as you successfully dismember his vocal cords.
But I still go up on criminal.
You still go up on criminal because it's about if the.
Do I go up on bear as well?
No, you go down.
You go
On
down on bear.
Yeah.
So you're going to need some honey quite soon.
Yeah, well, I was doing this to go up on bear.
Well, you see, bear goes up when you are frustrated by something. So if you try another bear activity and you fail at it, it will go up.
Oh, I see. So he's dead.
So now there is blood and viscera everywhere because you've honey badgered this man to death, and you are now in the staff room. There
So
are
I've
no
got a
CCTV.
choice here. Well, what is in the control? What are the controls?
So there's a plethora of buttons. There is a cable that does run from the control room to the laser fences. Another couple of cables that lead to lights. And then obviously there's a couple that lead to like the attractions or whatever. Clearly this is the power management center. There's also a row of walkie-talkies on one wall. There's a mini fridge.
Out of character, before I commit to this, I would like to destroy everything in this room. I would like to bite every cable, slash every cable, press every button.
As is your right.
As is my right. But that might be things...
That might actually make you less of a bear.
Yeah.
Might make me less of a bear and also take me out of the game.
Yeah.
But as an old bear, I've lived my life.
So, to add to that, this is a cooperative game that we are doing as a recording, and if you remove yourself from the narrative right now, what I will recommend, though, is check the mini fridge.
Okay, I'll check the mini fridge.
There is
because
one-
I've just killed a man, I need a refreshment.
There is one of those big plastic bottles that's shaped like a teddy bear, full of honey, because it's Honeycon.
Of course, well, I'll snack into that. I'll settle down into the man's viscera, and I'll just have some honey.
Listeners, there's no way to describe the expression that I have at the moment.
I'm going up by 1.
It's the jollity that really upsets me. The Ludonauts made a little comfy, wiggling, like a dog settling into its basket kind of motion.
You get it.
Unfortunately, I do. The mental image is very clear. Anyway, so you suckle on this honey bottle. The camera will now pan back to Bartholomew and Bingo.
You think we should check up
On Hercules.
Hercules? Yes.
Yeah, so did you see where Hercules was taken?
He went with the human with the hat.
Did you see where they went? Because I didn't see where they went.
Did I see where they went?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I was going to say...
You were doing loops. You were doing loops of the van, so you had a pretty good idea of the whole con.
If you hadn't seen where they went, I was going to say, well, that seems like that didn't go very well for either of us, and that's rather frustrating, but no. Okay, well, let's go and see if we can meet up with Hercules.
Probably shouldn't burst in. I think we should... Are there windows?
Yes, but the shutters are drawn.
Well, can I...
But it's the kind of shutter you can pull and it will zip right back all the way up to the top.
Well,
That would go on the inside.
I was thinking that because I'm very tall, so my head is probably on a level even with the raised windows, so I could probably just smash my snout straight through the window into the room and see what I could see in there.
Absolutely, I will let you do that.
Okay. Do I roll for that or just
I will ask you to do that, and you will have to roll bear.
Okay.
If you fail that, you go up by 1 point of bear.
Okay. So my bear is 2. So I failed.
You whack your face right into the entire cabin rocks a bit because it's not a fixed structure of the foundation, which alerts you to the presence of something outside the van.
Oh my goodness.
They've got some sort of force field protecting that entryway.
So bears can't conceptualize lasers, but can conceptualize force fields.
So Bingo, being slick, just goes in the door.
Yeah, it's not locked.
Bingo!
Wow, you started without us.
Well, I'm old. I refuse to elaborate on that.
Should we eat this guy?
We should eat this guy.
Because I'm quite peckish. It's been a while since I had my cherry pie.
There's at least half an hour.
Honey everywhere. Well, we could eat the guy, or we could take his clothes and then wear the clothes, and then people would think that we're a security guy.
We could each wear one of his clothes.
I will allow you to feast on the corpse of the man 1 time each count of honey, as it is a very bear activity.
So a bear point.
Okay, I think we should quickly snaffle them down.
Yeah, it's just the 3 of you, just
Yeah.
it's horrible. Like there's no way to describe it. It's like a nature documentary. You don't have to partake if you don't want to.
I don't think I do want to, and because part of the reason why I was so keen on setting up the honey heist is that I am in fact a vegetarian. And I don't really want to eat the...
I respect you. Well, I don't. I was going to say I respect your views, but I don't. I've just attained complete zen-like equilibrium from eating this man. So I recommend it.
Okay, well, I
He's pretty good. He's pretty tasty.
I attain zen-like equilibrium from smashing my head into a window. So I'm fine, thank you.
Do you want a buttock?
No. Thank you, though.
That could have been my buttock.
So I will take the blood-stained, security man shirt. And
Okay.
I'll put it over my beige t-shirt.
Cool. It rips it immediately because you are a 7-foot-tall grizzly bear, and that is a normal man-sized shirt.
Bingo, you don't trust hats. Do you want to wear the hat?
Well,
What do you mean Bingo doesn't? Bingo has a hat on.
I've got a hat on.
Yeah, but you don't trust them.
I'm okay with hats.
No, maybe you were saying you don't trust the humans with the hats.
I don't trust the humans with hats.
No, I thought you said you don't trust the humans with the hats.
We said we need to keep an eye on the humans with the hats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could keep an eye on yourself.
While I was having a peramble about the place, now find out that they've got a sort of fire fence arrangement around the van with the honey. So we need to find some way to break the fire fence. I don't know what the script is with the gas.
Could we climb the fire fence?
It's made of fire.
Okay.
That's the problem. It would burn us, you see.
There is a thick cable snaking from the fire fence to the control cabin you're all now in. I don't know if bears know how electricity works.
I don't think we would have any conception.
No.
Now, beavers, right? Beavers, they make dams.
Yep.
They make dams with wood.
Yep.
They make and they go through the water with wood.
Yep.
We need to go through fire. Why don't
So we need the opposite of wood.
Exactly.
What's the opposite of wood?
Small children.
I don't know if anyone listening to this has any understanding of Aristotelian basic elements. It's often said that you have fire and water and you have air and earth and
Small children.
and small children being the natural.
I'm thinking we can make a bridgehead or like a dam.
I refuse any circumstances where a bear knows the word bridgehead but doesn't know what a cable does.
Might actually die.
if this turns into a two-part, I want it to cut off right as he says small children. And the worst thing is, I don't see anything wrong with that plan game-wise. I think that's absolutely something you could do.
Place the small children in the fire fence.
So if I want to describe it, it's kind of like there's an emitter on the floor shooting like laser just up.
So it's vertical lasers.
It's vertical lasers. So if you did cover it with something, that would form a gap in the fence. And you know a child's an object. The only thing I might say is a child might be a bit narrow. Since do you know, you guys do your planning.
Okay.
I think...
You have also killed and eaten a man.
Yeah, that's what he was
I have not been able to listen to any of the planning since the word small children. I'm sorry.
How about...
Go on.
So, all this human stuff here, right? All this human stuff maybe has something to do with the fire fence. The other thing we need to do is look for the key.
The key. You were on about the key, weren't you?
The small piece of metal.
A small piece of metal, it's the key.
When I ate that guy, I don't think I ate a small bit of metal.
I would have been looking out for it.
Okay. I wasn't, but I don't remember doing it.
There's lots of large bits of metal in this room.
Did the guard have any sort of key? No.
He did not.
I look around the office. Is there any keys hanging up on a
There are
hook
not.
or anything?
There is a row of walkie-talkies. There is a control box. There's a small table and a mini fridge.
I'll go up to the
And a corpse now, an eviscerated,
No,
exploded.
there's not much left of that.
I'll go up to the control box and I'll say, "Is this bit of metal small enough?" And I will point at it very forcefully.
As in, like, you're pushing.
And I'm just like indicating this thing, and I smash my claw into.
Roll me a d6. See what happens.
There
See
we
what
go.
happens.
It's a 3.
It's a 3. Several lights go out across the park. Because it's a big floodlight, so some just go out immediately.
This is near godlike power.
You hear yells and.
You made it night.
You've turned out the sun.
I don't think I did that.
I didn't know you were the one.
The Messiah.
He's a very naughty cub. I don't know.
Oh yeah, come.
Okay, well, I think I broke it.
Okay, good.
So, what was the plan? I was I was too busy laughing.
I was to seduce someone.
Okay,
Oh, I think we've passed that. Right, we've still got this guy's hat.
that's
You
true.
should wear the hat.
I should wear the hat.
Because you're slick.
I am going to.
I'm too old.
I see the leftovers of the honey jar that Hercules ate,
It was lovely.
and I'm going to take the shredded pieces of the shirt that I tried to put on. Right, I'm going to dip my claw into the honey jar and then just smear some honey along like the remnants of the security shirt. And I'm going to use the honey to glue those bits of shirt onto my bear-sized shirts, so that like as much of it as possible looks like a security guy shirt.
So it's just tattered like honey and blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's the honey that's holding on. I think it's the viscera that's still stuck to it. Sure, you do that. That is
Yeah.
now.
They'll never see through this disguise. And now it's dark.
In several places.
Now, the security guard, he was carrying this big long stick that I saw some of the humans with.
Okay.
And I present Bartholomew with, was it a shotgun he had or a pistol or what would he have had?
It's a taser.
A taser.
Because
Okay.
this is America.
I present,
I was thinking flashlight, but okay.
I clumsily attach it to your cargo pants.
Okay, just shove it in the pocket. Good.
Great. A grizzly with a taser. That's
Yeah.
exactly what this game needs.
I've seen humans with these before. It's like a symbol of their authority.
So you can understand symbolic authority, but not cables.
We're very intuitive animals.
This is more of a
we-
social sciences than a natural sciences.
We're very, is it left-brained? Right-brained? We're
Bare-brained.
very, yes.
Bears understand natural systems of hierarchy.
Of course. It's because they're such social animals. Okay, so I'm now disguised as one of the humans.
Thoroughly.
One of the humans that's in charge from our natural understanding of hierarchical structures.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a reason why I've done that. Because we need to get past the fire fence. Right?
Well, now that you're one of them,
Could I command one of them to go through the fire
you
fence?
can command one of the small children, because the smaller they are, the more they have to follow you.
I think small humans are famously disobedient.
You've got a big stick thing now.
I do, yeah.
You
And
can
a hat.
use that stick thing on one of the small humans, or you could threaten them. You could like wave it at them.
I know that the being a small human was very important to your understanding of your plan regarding fire fence.
Yeah,
I was unable to take in why. Because they're the opposite of wood?
I was just thinking it'd be more manageable for us.
Okay. I mean,
still-
if a small one presents itself, maybe I'll use that one. But
Okay,
you know, I don't think it's necessarily required.
So, just to backtrack, so when you punched this thing on the wall here,
Yeah.
it turned off some of the little suns over there.
Well, it happened at the same time for
Same
sure.
time. Perhaps, what if some of these other ones do the same thing for the fire fence?
Oh, I mean,
That seems like a reasonable...
Doesn't
seems
seem
like-
likely to me, but we could try.
Seems like a reasonable.
It's a stretch, but it might be worth
I
a
really
shot.
enjoy your commitment to not doing this again for some ungodly reason. Bears are known to hit a thing once and never. Easy satisfied by curiosity.
It spooked me.
If you want to bat at the controls again, I will require you to roll a dice to see what happens.
I mean, I'll give it a go. I'll have a roll at them. What do you want me to claw at, to paw at, to bite?
This bit of metal here.
That bit of metal?
Are you wanting to carnage?
I'll carnage.
Roll a second dice.
So 6. And a 2.
Yeah, the 2 succeeds.
Yes.
That's making you more criminal.
More criminal.
Slightly more criminal. Several more lights go out. You hear the mini fridge stop, and importantly, you hear a loud thoom as the flickering red fence around the van vanishes. There are now several security guards orbiting it. People are like screaming because it's like like any disaster film. People immediately start screaming when anything ever happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the honey fence is down. This
honey fence is down.
This is crazy.
This is an important step.
You do notice that one of the lights that went off earlier is now back up. Clearly, they have their own backup little generators and whatnot.
Okay.
So you opened a window for yourself, but not necessarily permanently removed the obstacle.
Be careful going through that window because sometimes they don't break.
The force shield.
Yeah.
I think it was a metaphorical window.
By Jove, he's done it. So let's
Not my first rodeo.
let's go into the Jason Statham Super Honey truck.
Well,
So if you're doing this, you are exiting the security
Yeah.
Booth.
And
There are still people between you and the truck.
but
I
I
am
think
going
now
to-
that you're disguised
Yeah.
as a security man, you've got authority.
Yeah, I do. So what we're going to do, right, as the brains of the operation, I've come up with a cunning plan. We're going to go out and I'm going to be like holding both of your bare arms like in check. And I'm going to be like telling you off and like taking you from here to there. And it'll look like I know exactly what I'm doing and it's all above board and I'm arresting two, you know...
Ne'er-do-wells.
Ne'er-do-wells, yes.
I will look suitably shamefaced and...
Covered in blood.
well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm somewhat bloody at this point, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So are you trying to get... Where are you going from?
Worth it.
We're
though,
going
absolutely
to
worth it.
the silver sponsored Super Honey truck that was covered by the fire fence.
Okay. I want you to all do me a favour and tell me what your human believability score is. I will roll 3d6.
It's 13.
Mine is 16.
14.
That is, for the listeners at home, that is 9, so it does not break through your cover. You are still convincingly human,
So
because I'm going to have to keep rolling that.
the scene that plays out is like we come out with me like grabbing onto both of these two and like in the shots where you're like it's from the bear's perspective I'm like, right, you horrible lot, come on, we'll get you locked up now, and then it like cuts to like a passerby's perspective and I'm just like
I would say it's a fair cop. You got me.
What? What did I do?
and then whatever noise a honey badger makes because I'm still not sure what a honey badger is. And then I'll muscle them towards the special truck.
The two security guards stand in front of you and go, "Excuse me, sir, you can't come in here."
Well, you see, officer, I caught these two poking around and
Sir, I can't understand. I'm afraid I only speak English and a little bit un-Espanol. And I don't think that's Spanish. I see you're performing some kind of citizen's arrest, as is the right of every good patriot in this great country of ours. I'm so sorry, American listeners. I know there's at least one, and he is from Texas.
Oh no!
It's fine, he's got a sense of humor.
Humor without a U.
Yes.
Hummer?
No, Hummer is what I drove to work here as a security guard, the front line of America's defense. And I'm afraid defense is offline. You can't be bringing civilian personnel in here. This is the super mega dense honey truck. with the super mega dense honey inside.
While he's going through that spiel, I try and sit look, see the windows, see if I can maybe catch a glimpse of Statham or anything else.
So the actual truck itself is completely steel, and the driver's truck, it's tinted windows.
That's the lair of Statham.
The lair of Statham.
That's where he's lurking.
Statham lives within the void.
You look into the void and Statham stares back.
We should maybe try and make a break for it into the crowd, away from...
Okay.
Or maybe not, I don't know.
Well,
we need to move off now anyway. We need to get away from this bit.
I was thinking that I'm just going to try and terrify them because I'm a grizzly bear.
Literally, go for it. Roll some dice. You are bears.
Yeah.
You don't have to overthink things.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was thinking, like, overthink it as much as possible, and then they're like, "Well, I don't believe that you're like actually."
I don't believe that you are a human being.
Well, I'll just drop my like impenetrable disguise and just go. And that's a 2, so I succeed in being very terrifying.
Oh, locks of mussy!
Oh, a bear! Where did that come from?
This large man is baring his teeth and yelling at me in some kind of faraway language.
When did he become a Southern Belle?
I do declare, I'm not paid enough for this. I don't have no union, and I don't believe in the union. No.
Right.
The laser fence is down. The security guards have fled. You are now presented with this large metal truck.
Right, in you get, lads.
Okay, try the door.
The door is...
Because I know how car doors work.
Yeah,
I've been in your car.
Well, we've used cars
Yeah,
before.
cars are fine.
I'm just going to throw this out there. It is closed. However, you are bears. You can attempt to open the door with more bear force.
I'm going to try that. I'm going to try and bear it.
Okay.
I'm going to slash into it with my carnage ability.
Before he does this, I'm maybe going to go back about maybe 20 foot from this and just watch them do it.
That's a good idea.
I rolled a 4 and a 2. Am I trying to roll under?
Those are both 4s, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Why did I say 2? Yeah, so I failed on the bear.
So you move 1 point from criminal to bear.
Cool.
And you fruitlessly, you clatter. I mean, it's a valiant effort. It's not for lack of badger-based rage, but it is a metal...
And you're quite small compared with it. You got the raw power of the other of us two.
It's made of something other than flesh.
Soft, yielding flesh.
There is on top, you can see actually, well, Bartholomew can see because he's 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
There is a single skylight.
Oh.
Because maybe this used to be an RV, maybe it's for natural light or whatever.
Toss me.
I could toss you, or perhaps the black bear, whose special skill is climbing, could have a go.
Ooh, slick.
My special skill is climbing. My special skill is not survive poisonous gas.
Oh, okay.
No, I guess. Right, okay.
We could do a flashback to our plan to survive
Flashback
the
where we pick up gas masks.
Yeah, why not? It's a heist film.
I was thinking pick up our designing of the gas mask being like a polythene bag, like this.
Just squeeze lemon juice into it and put over our heads.
But it's a heist film. You can absolutely be like, oh, we're going to do this. Flashback, the heart goes, it's you getting gas mask or whatever.
Yeah,
But you're going to have...
I'm going to clamber up over onto it.
Okay, the skylight is it's a sort of a perspex like semi-dome, or hemisphere, as everyone else in the universe calls it.
Can I see into it, or is it...
It's frosted. You can roughly make out the interior of the truck, and in the centre is some sort of silver cylinder, which is presumably, the thing what you're after.
Yeah. The thing that we all know what it is, but our characters probably don't, because
You probably do, because you're bears. This is your heist. You're arranging this heist.
Is my honey sense tingling at this point?
Yeah, your honey senses are tingling. You know, this is almost
So
certainly
I think it's the honey. I actually think it's the poisonous gas, but...
See, now, it would be really cool to just body slam away through this glass bubble thing right into the front of the...
I mean, I think you've said the magic word. It would be cool.
It would be cool. So I'm going to have to do it.
Yeah. Roll me, and I want it to be a single dice check on bear.
No!
You bounce off the perspex stone, and it is the full weight of an adult black bear rocks the entire truck back and forwards as this huge bear rolls off the side and lands bodily on the ground. You don't take any kind of damage.
I don't think there
You
is a
do
damage system.
lose one criminal, and it goes into bear.
Criminal goes to 2 and bear goes to 4, is that right?
Think so.
Sure.
Oh, you're getting dangerously close to full bear.
It's easier to rank up
But this
criminal.
does now mean that you can do a flashback with no problem.
And you are also, it means that driving is going to be easier since you are presented with a giant vehicle. Anyway,
Yeah.
as a result of this, you hear a rattling from the driver's cabin. You've woken something up.
Something.
I'm going to crouch behind the front of the truck and wait.
I'm more or less in front of the truck, aren't I, at this point?
Yeah, you've sort of rolled off.
Rolled off, so and more in front of the bumper, more or less, at the foot of it, right?
I'd like to go under the wheels because I'm quite small.
Under the wheels.
Well, under the wheel wells, not under the wheels, but under the.
Not waiting for them to turn the engine on and just drive over
Well,
the top of the
well,
engine.
I could latch onto it.
Latch onto the bottom. While this happens, the other two lights that Bartholomew turned off earlier are now back on.
Oh.
You can hear people running around. I assume electricians or repairmen are working on the down systems.
We're going to have to be quick here, I think, guys.
Okay, I'm going to reach over to the door, but still kind of crouching and hiding. I'll just knock on the door.
The window sort of rolls down, and it's a larger, buffer guy. He's got a handlebar moustache. He goes, "There's a goddamn bear here!"
And I'm going to be yep, and then claw in, grab onto the inside of the door, yank.
Okay, roll me bear.
So my criminal's 4, so my bear should be... Oh no, my bear's bad. Oh well. I think that's a failure if I've been keeping track.
It's a reinforced door.
Yeah.
It's a big display, and it rocks the entire van back and forward. And he's screaming. he's screaming. He's definitely peed himself a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to try and I'm going around the other side, so the passenger side door. Bingo tries to... A mixture of opening and sort of just tearing the passenger door open.
So you're just going to try and...
Just going to try and go right.
Bear
I
strength
think
of
all
the
okay.
weapon
I think we've...
I'm also going to make you roll bear for that.
Yep, 2 or 1.
Just one. Unless you can convince me that you would have some bonus
It's
to
not
this.
slick or climbing. So.
No.
I mean, you are a driver.
Or a driver. That's true. I do have.
You might be just understand how car doors work.
Okay, yeah. Okay, actually, in that case, I'll try and open it because I do have a reasonable understanding of car doors.
Yeah, go on. That's the second dice.
You
You
get
rolled.
2 dice.
4 and 4.
what are you looking for?
We're looking for.
So I was looking for criminal if he's opening it, which means that you move 1 point from criminal to bear.
So you're getting dangerously close to going full bear.
You get dangerous close to. You're upset.
I'm getting frustrated.
You're getting-
I'm starting to. I'm making grumbly bear noises.
Rookie mistake.
I'm thinking, Dad, on a long road trip.
So I'm battering at this door, trying to get in. I'm getting really
This
frustrated.
is really just a scene from any national park where two bears are just batting it like a car, and the guy inside is screaming. What is Hercules doing? Clinging to the bottom of
Yeah,
this.
I'll have a look under the car and not understand the car bits. But is there a septic tank at all attached?
What?
No, but there are tubes and pipes.
What do you think a septic tank is?
You get them in camper vans and stuff, like the little tank.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking if there's kind of a septic tank thing underneath, I could rip it off and then emerge from the toilet and get into the truck that way.
There is not. There is a selection of pipes and tubes that come out underneath.
Some of these are quite important to the
The functioning. But
Well,
they're not here to talk to you right now.
Well, if there's no septic tank, because that's one of my main moves, I'll come out.
That's your only move, really.
Really, and seduction. I'll come out and I'll clamber up onto the windscreen. I know it's tinted or whatever. But
Okay.
All three of you.
This guy is now triple flanked. Every way out of this cabin of this truck has a bear on it.
And I'll start seducing him from the windscreen.
Dancing on the bonnet.
Exactly.
Okay, what's your angle here? Because
To be fair, I think he's a bit distracted at the moment.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Is he terrified still?
yes, he's also rolled high enough to see through Bartholomew's disguise, which means he's seen through your disguise. He sees a honey badger in a blonde wig and a pair of tartan Y-fronts attempting to get in through his windscreen.
Well, I wouldn't know that he'd seen through my disguise, so I'd still go ahead with it, and I'm happy with that.
How does... What's Hercules' play when it comes to seduction?
Provocative dance.
Rhythmic, phallic.
Swear.
Phallic.
Are you humping the bonnet?
Not
Are
yet.
you... Has he got one of the windscreen wipers up and you're sort of doing
You're
a little strip dance against
You're
it?
correct, and it's more of a smear.
Yeah, because he hunkered down in all the viscera.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The screaming is reaching a higher pitch. And you can now hear shouting coming from the security booth. You see men running towards you and the van.
Okay.
We're going to screen a blaze of glory.
Yeah. I'm going to make one more desperate attempt to, like, hoik this guy out of the window with my bear strength.
Okay, go for it.
Hey!
That is a success. He has a seatbelt on. Doesn't matter. It just all completely buckles as he is hurled from the cab.
Does he have a small piece of metal on him?
Keys in the ignition.
Ah, okay.
Because he had the aircon on.
Let's try and climb in.
Okay.
Can I get in now easily enough?
If you can calm down enough to operate the door, yeah.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
And
We're on the wrong sides of the truck here. Like, I don't know how to drive, but I'm at the driver's side.
I see. Right. Out of the way.
Okay.
Out of the way.
I like to
Do
imagine.
you clamber each over?
Yeah.
In the car.
So you're doing that thing where you're trying to get over the, you're trying to get over the gear stick, and his elbow's in your face. He's trying to sort of slide under you.
Is
But
that manual?
it's got drive, neutral, reverse, poison.
Bingo turns on the ignition and like starts trying to drive, and then like we look up at the windscreen and it's like just covered in smears from Hercules' pants, and we're like, Hercules, get off!
Is Hercules still
I'll give
in
a
the...
claw up. I'll be like,
Hercules has not announced that Hercules is leaving the windscreen, so Hercules is still there while the car is being fired up.
I know that cars have a button that makes them roar, so I'm going to press the button and go brrrr, which is a car roar.
a car roar.
It does the.
An unimpressive roar, but nonetheless. Get in!
I will get in.
Yeah, you clamber into the open window. Quite excellent. You now hear the security officers shouting for you to stop, or they will open fire.
I think this is fairly bulletproof.
Yeah.
It's pretty bear-proof, and a
Not
bear is big.
that bear-proof.
I thought you were going to be like, I think that sounds quite reasonable. We probably should just stop here.
Yeah,
It's not actually our honey.
Not honey. You know what I think of it? Crying is wrong.
So the orientation of this park is the back end of the truck is facing towards the entrance exit where you came in, because it was going to be the piste de resistance later. It is facing the Ferris wheel on either side as like the other rides, and it's all fanned out in a circle.
So I'm facing away from the entrance and exit.
Yeah,
I'm facing towards the Ferris wheel.
correct.
We've set up the Ferris wheel.
Are we,
This was always going to happen.
are we doing a cinematic thing here?
I think we have to.
I think you legally have to.
I think I have to drive full tilt towards the base of the Ferris wheel.
I'm going to ask you to roll criminal, but I'm going to let you roll 3 dice because this is such a cinematic moment.
And I'm looking for a 1
You're looking for a 1.
because I'm still
Yep.
bearing out.
Oof. So if you fail this,
However, you do have the ability to do a flashback at any time, which will immediately add 1 point from bear to criminal, and you can do that right now.
do you want to flash back to that time that we bought nitrous?
Yes.
You're in Dom Toretto's shop from Fast and Furious.
And I'm leaning over and God, he does look a bit like Jason Statham, doesn't he?
Hey man, that's not cool. It's about, even though he's bald and muscly, and I'm bald and I'm
It's
muscly,
about family.
it's about family. Yeah.
Are you related?
No, but I am related to Pitbull, who is also related to Jason Statham.
And you can speak bear.
Yeah, man. Do you know why?
Bears are
Bear-
family.
Bears a family.
I just take this opportunity to say that I loved your work with Street Shark.
Listen, guys.
Thank you. That's a role I often don't get. I don't sound like this, but this is my off-screen voice. I'm Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
I'm
very grumbly.
I'm
He
Van.
sounds like Terry Wogan.
No,
He does not.
like Terry
1,
Wogan.
he doesn't sound like Terry Wogan. 2, none of our audience are old enough to know who Terry Wogan is.
Terry
3,
Wogan.
his name is Van Petrol because I can't get sued for that.
Oh, Van
So-
Patrol.
This nitrous. It's not for the van. It's not for the truck.
It's now remember, I can only give you, because of the laws, I can only sell you exactly 1 can, and it's pretty dangerous stuff. So I hope you know what you're doing, and
Well,
don't
that's fine, Vin.
please legally call me Van.
sorry. That's fine, Van.
So he's not Vin Van Petrol.
No, he's Van Petrol. I guess it's kind of like Van Helsing.
Van Petrol. It's fine. This is for legitimate vehicular use. We're not planning to huff it.
I wasn't about
If this is something you're doing to yourself, is this a Mad Max Fury Road moment where you grip open a can of nitros?
So that's the
we're
van.
back. We're back here.
We're back in the scene. Bingo says, "Witness me!" and takes a massive huff of nitrous. And goes, "Whoa!"
Yeah, you're rolling your 3 dice for that. For the nitrous alone. Stomps his massive
Stomps his
fucking
big,
paw.
big paw down on the accelerator.
So
Full
you get a
tilt.
2 or better, or lower. Mediocre.
That's a 1, isn't it? Or is that a 6?
That's a 6. That's 3
That's
6.
3
He
sixes.
rolled 3 6s. 3
Is
6s
this
is
the
what
worst-
bearing
worst-
witness.
Not only does it not go anywhere, but you hear a bang from inside the big container. Whatever you woke up earlier is now mobile.
Whatever we woke up, is it some kind of honey monster?
Oh no.
No, because I can't do the voice for that.
Oh, shame.
And that's a pretty dated reference. as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Also, it's that's just a bear. Like it's just a bear with a squashed face.
Also,
I will
maybe-
let you roll again. I'll let you roll 2 because it's still drive.
There we go.
Yes.
So I take it out of neutral.
You take it out of neutral.
I take the handbrake off.
Yeah, you did a handbrake off.
I got carried away.
You got kind of, and also you remember to turn off like the little cabin light, so obviously you don't know the faction.
I check my mirrors. And then I floor it straight at the Ferris wheel.
You live and die historic right at the Ferris wheel. People scatter. So, are you wanting to go underneath the Ferris wheel, or is it going to have to catch the Ferris wheel?
My intention
I think
is
we've got
to,
2 good
to
options.
catch it so it goes rolling away.
Yeah, that's one of
I
them.
think that's
I
probably
think we might have to. Yeah. Roll drive again. Because that's a separate thing. Move 1 point over from criminal.
Or 2 criminal.
2 criminal.
2 criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, move a point. So you're on 3 each.
3-3.
And you're rolling 2 because it's drive.
That's
yeah.
a 2.
Shiny and chrome.
Shiny and chrome. There is a god awful scream of shearing metal, and also other screams of people on the Ferris wheel. As okay, do you envision
Sucks
it?
to be them.
Yeah. Do you envision it side on? So, or do you envision it sort of lengthways? Are you hitting it at the side to make it spin, or are you hitting it to knock the entire thing over? Your call.
It's sideways on, so I'm knocking into it and it's going rolling across the desert
In front of you.
in front of us. Possibly in flames. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I think we can all
think
agree it's in
A
flames.
small amount of flames.
People are screaming as it detaches and starts rolling off into the desert night. There, you can make your way out through the burning flames.
It doesn't start in flames, but it rolls through the mead station, which is alcoholic.
Oh,
which
yeah,
we've already
high proof,
established
high
is there.
proof.
And then through like an area where there's like torches outside, and it just goes.
The truck barrels through the explosion.
Oh, yes.
Flames licking at its side.
You hear shouts, yells, and the sounds of sirens start up as we're into the final chase. And
We're doing this, lads.
Yeah.
you're heading across the desert, and there is one final bang as that plexiglass dome is ripped out from within.
Don't worry, I have also seen Mad Max Fury Road. I know how fights on top of big trucks go, and I'll climb out of the door and up onto the roof to have a fight with whoever's there.
I'll clamber with you.
In the flickering light of the burning Ferris wheel, you see a greasy, oiled,
Oh, no.
bald head as Jason Statham rises from his honeyed slumber.
Was the whole back of the truck just filled with honey and he was sleeping in it?
Like a
You can
back
see
attack.
one sort of like nozzle detaching from one of his many nipples on his front. You've disturbed my milking slumber,
You slag.
you slag, and now
And
you
now
must
he's Danny Dyer.
Got him a Danny Dyer.
and now you must pay the price, you thieving bears. You're going to get roundhouse kicked, by the way. The next thing that's going to happen is you're going to get roundhouse
absolutely.
kicked.
He's got good control of his kicks.
Basically, like if there was like a specific line that he says in the transporter or something, I wanted to say that as I whip out the stun gun that I do have,
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
and just be like,
Is Honey very conductive?
Chekhov's taser.
yeah,
Are you going to attempt to... Are you, our grizzly bear,
Yes.
going to attempt to tase definitely human actor Jason Statham?
yes, I definitely am.
I'm
You know,
not confident
I
in calling him
think-
human anymore.
I
by the way.
think at no point in the history of like humankind has that sentence been made. That's a completely new sentence.
Roll... Convince me why you should have a second dice to roll to tase human actor Jason Statham.
I should have a second dice to tase human actor Jason Statham because.
Yep, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Go a second one.
Okay, it's very terrifying. That's what am I thinking? I rolled a 3, I've already succeeded.
Yeah! Oh, good thing you rolled that.
Yeah.
Three. So, how do you operate a taser?
I operate a taser by, like, this is the end of a movie, and I go up and I make a cool, awesome action movie quip, which I haven't been able to actually think of, as I flick the stun gun thing on, and it goes, go up towards each other, and he, like, does some cool flippy kick stuff at me. I, like, dodge around out of the way and do, like...
I don't think I've ever seen a hero use a taser, because that feels very much like a bad guy.
I mean, we are bad guys. We're bad
True,
bears.
true.
I would say we're morally ambiguous.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I
We
think
did eat that guy.
you did kill and eat a
you
man.
came out.
But then we are bears.
You are
Yeah.
bears.
what I want this role to represent is not actually so much dealing with the problem of fighting Jason Statham. I just want it to look cool.
Yeah, it's cinematic as fuck. The electric crackles illuminate your fur and the glint in your eyes, and the weird gleam covering Jason Statham as he goes for a spectacular roundhouse kick.
Can I just point out cinematically, right? So Statham is honey and orange coloured, and then there's the blue from the
Yes.
taser light. It's that exact.
Every action movie.
2009 cinematography.
Yeah, it's
Pitch battle on top of a speeding like freight truck.
What's the fiery like
Ferris
in
wheel.
the background?
and the dim screams of everyone still alive on board the flaming Ferris wheel. You catch Jason Statham in the shoulder with the stun gun. He goes down to one knee, yelling Britishly, "Ow! It'll take more than that to kill me, real Jason Statham."
Luckily, I've got more than that. I've got being a bear, and then I'll just whack him with my big paw in the side and hopefully jettison him from the top of the
Yeah, go
truck.
on.
That's a 2.
That's a 2.
That works.
When you do this, because you do this, right? You don't bat him off. The top half of his torso goes, but it rips.
Oh no!
It rips around the edges. This is way easier than you're a grizzly bear. You have
I've
battered-
battered the top parts off of men before.
and inside is bees.
No!
The Jason Statham skin suit full of bees! An outrageous number of bees pours forth from the legs and severed torso of Jason Statham, which rise to meet you and Hercules.
I get like a face full of bees.
You get a
stung
face full of bees and you are
many
driven back.
times. I scream, "Not the bees!" and just fall backwards in paralysed in pain. And that's my bit. I was happy about that.
Okay.
Hercules,
Ooh, I had plans for like plans for a man-shaped obstacle, but now that there's bees, I'm kind of I'm on the spot. Can we do a flashback to when we bought a flamethrower?
I think if we had a flamethrower, we'd have probably used it.
no, do you know what? Yeah, go on.
The way I picture it, because this
Because here's my pitch, right?
okay.
We know for a fact that Bingo had just a can of nitrous, right?
Ready to go.
You could also just have a can of nitrous, and someone has a crackling electrical arc right next to you.
I see that's more logical than I was thinking. I was thinking that we could go next
Oh
door.
yeah, because you were thinking, the badger with a flamethrower.
Well, like a hand flamer.
You were thinking more of a Bill and Ted. It's a good thing that we remembered to get those flamethrowers, huh?
Well, I was thinking. Well, I shouldn't say, but go next door to like Van Diesel's.
It's in the flashback.
In the
Van
flashback.
Petrol.
Van Petrol, thank
shop,
you.
to the gun shop, the ammo shop, the weapon shop, and I would like to like put a form like I filled in a form.
Just grunt Americanly.
I've filled in a form to like purchase legitimately a flamethrower, and it's covered in shit.
What?
And because I'm a bear,
You're so scatological this episode.
I know it's covered in poop and blood and like claw marks, and I slam it down on the desk, and then the guy looks at it and goes, "All seems in order," and then he gives me a flamethrower.
Do you know what I'm really angry about? That's the exact bit I was going to do the second you said we go to the gun shop.
The gun shop seems legit.
Seems-
Here's your stuff. Here's your fluid.
Personally, I think the correct joke would be flashback to going into the gun shop. The narrator then says, like, well, you'll need to fill out a form that,
Yeah, and he preempted everything with
the
forms.
background check form. Then, okay, flashback to the previous background check form that I did.
It's like you get a text from the guy saying, "Yep, your forms have cleared. You can pick up your
That's what I
flamethrower."
want to do, but I do like your pitch about like we already have like we've
You-
bought nitrous previously.
You've got a ripped open half full tin of nitrous. You've got a taser that's cracking electricity, and you have the severed torso of Jason Statham winding up, running at you, in fact, to do a roundhouse kick as bees pour forth from
the torso's doing the kick.
No,
well, it's the legs and lower abdomen. Bees pouring forth from the gaping hole that's been battered off.
I'll look at that. I'll look back at Bartholomew and I'll like look longfully and I'll be like, I'm not making out of this one, lads. I knew I wasn't going to, and when you called me in for this one last mission, I knew this one would take me. And I just sort of like start to get the taser and the nitrous and like bring it in towards me to set myself aflame. And just like run like a blazing honey badger at the torso and like just embrace it in carnage.
Roll carnage one final time. Yes!
Double ones! As successful as you could
Is this
possibly
happening in slow
be.
motion?
It is, the words flaming honey badger.
Remember me for my great works.
Atop, in the middle of this desert, as the lights from the pursuit vehicles fade into the background, while in front of you the light from the burning Ferris wheel burns ever brighter as the people are consumed. We see Bingo hunched over the wheel, eyes firmly locked on the desert horizon. We see our beloved Bartholomew staring in awe. At the lower half of Jason Statham, bees erupting everywhere, flame leaping from wing to furry wing, as Hercules, named for the god of strength, rolls double one carnage and eviscerates the beautiful final pillar of acting that was bee-filled skin suit of Jason Statham. His one last job, and he meant it. Literally, you have successfully defeated Jason Statham.
And his legs.
And phase 2, his legs, as the credits slowly roll. Thank you everyone for partaking in the summer special of Ludonauts.
A summer blockbuster.
A summer blockbuster. Happy Pride.